Joining us now is the Congresswoman from Pennsylvania, Madeleine Dean, with us once again. Congresswoman, nice to see you. Thanks for being with us here.
Good morning, Blake. Good to be with you.
Yes, great to be with you. So you've actually worked with the administration here in the early going. You were a co-sponsor of the Take It Down Act. As you know, that was an initiative also pushed by the First Lady. The president, we believe, is expected to sign it sometime soon. But the focus for Republicans is going to be on this quote unquote one big beautiful bill, as the president puts it, right? Which are a lot of the campaign promises that he made out on the trail. How, if at all, are Democrats maybe or maybe not going to work with him, especially since Republicans have signaled that they're going to go at it alone?
Well, it's good to be with you. And I do want to say that while there are many things I have disagreed with in these first 5 days or so of the Trump second administration, I am very happy that the president and the first lady got behind legislation that I've introduced several Congresses now, Take It Down. And it passed. It passed unanimously out of the Senate, Klobuchar and Cruz over on that side, and then Salazar and I on the House side. We got it passed just last week. So something really good has happened. What it does is it requires social media platforms to take down non-consensual, either fake, AI-generated, or real intimate images. Finally, we are going to do something to protect our children, our girls and boys, but also, of course, victims are often men and women. But I'm very excited about that. So something to brag about there and to work with the president on. So thanks to the president and the first lady. In terms of what we're going to do in reconciliation and the budget, you can see that this one big beautiful bill is not coming together. We just got word of what next week looks like. Man, oh man, it's stripped out because the Republicans can't seem to move forward with this one big beautiful bill. And I admire Representative Bacon, Brigadier General Bacon, for his service and his clarity on many issues, including the defense secretary. But the nonsense that they are now putting forward, the false math that they are putting forward on deep cuts to Medicaid are simply not true. 92% of non-disabled folks who receive Medicaid are working. Folks under 65, 92% of them are working. So this false notion, we need more people working, that offends me because it's relying upon an old chestnut, an old bigotry, that those who receive Medicaid are somehow just not willing to work. It's not true.
One of the things that I took away from Congressman Bacon, Congresswoman Dean, is maybe there's just going to be a clean extension of the tax bill, right? He sort of talked up that possibility. And in 2010, Democrats voted to extend the Bush tax cuts. In 2012, Democrats enshrined permanently some of the Bush tax cuts. If it gets to the point, Congresswoman, where it is just a clean extension, keeping the tax code as it is, do you find it your responsibility, do you find it incumbent upon you to pass that so that taxes don't increase?
I can imagine that that might be what they get down to. But what was very interesting and what is always left out of the conversation is the massive tax cuts to the billionaire class. That's really what all of this is about. All of the DOGE cutting, which has been so ineffective and so hazardous and so harmful. The end game is to continue large tax cuts to the wealthiest among us. And you know what is always surprising to me? Republicans are about reducing the deficit. This will not reduce the deficit. This will blow up the deficit.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.